much for coming. This document that we're launching today is unique. It's a programme for 5 years of partnership government. Even if you've read 100 party manifestos, you've never read a document like this one. Not one party's ideas, not even just two parties' ideas, but a joint programme for government based on shared ambition and shared goals. Compromises have, of course, been made on both sides, but those compromises have strengthened, not weakened, the final result. From different political traditions, conservatism and liberalism, we have come together to forge a single programme for a united government, drawing on the strengths and traditions of both of our parties. Just flick through the pages. This is a programme for fundamental and comprehensive reform that will transform our country for the better. We want this coalition to be defined by 3 words: freedom, fairness, and responsibility. Freedom, because we believe that the freer you are, the more you can achieve. People should be free to make their own choices and fulfil their own potential, not be held back or held down by an overmighty state. We will disperse power and restore freedom, and so build a stronger society where people are once again trusted to take control of their own lives. Fairness, because we believe a fair society is one where everyone has the opportunities they need to live the life they want. We'll ensure that every child gets a fair start in life, no one is held back by the circumstances of their birth, and anyone who struggles or stumbles is given a helping hand. And responsibility, because we believe a strong, united society is only possible when people take responsibility for their own choices and make the effort to support one another. We'll ensure that those who work hard and strive to do well will see the fruits of their labours, and those who take responsibility for themselves and their communities get the support they deserve. But today, it isn't just about ideas. Today is about action. This document sets out, page by page, line by line, detailed ideas for changes that will make your life better. From now on, we get down to work. What does that mean for you? If you're running a business, it means the banks will start lending to you again on fair terms. Unnecessary red tape will be cut back, and government will play its role to promote the new industries, the new economy of the future. If you're a teacher, it means the government will stop interfering in what you do in the classroom and will start giving you the money and the freedom you need so that all the children in your school can thrive. If you live in a rural community, it means more affordable homes for local people in empty farm buildings and on community land. It means a fair deal from the supermarkets for farmers so your community can thrive. If you're a pensioner struggling to make ends meet, it means your pension will rise in line with earnings again starting next April. If you're out of work, it means help to find a job, but penalties if you refuse. If you're a police officer, it means less time in the police station and more time catching criminals. If you're a soldier, it means getting all the support you deserve on the front line. If you're a mother or a father, it means you'll be able to share your paternity and maternity leave and share the joys and challenges of parenting more equally. And you'll get more control over how new homes and developments are built in your area, the right to register with any GP you want, a freeze in your council tax if your council participates in our scheme, a comprehensive plan so you know we really will do all we can to tackle climate change. These are practical changes you will see in your everyday life. Because for me, new politics isn't just a theory. It's not something I want for the sake of it. New politics is about delivering the change you want. We'll reform politics from top to toe. The job of reforming the House of Lords, begun nearly 100 years ago, will be finally completed. Party funding and lobbying will be cleaned up. You'll get a referendum on the voting system so you have a greater say in who represents you in Parliament. Government will be transparent. You'll be able to get your hands on all the information you need. You'll be able to sack MPs who abuse the rules. And we will pass a freedom bill to restore and protect your liberties. Of course, these are difficult economic times. The challenge of restoring the public finances to health is both enormous and vital. As a government, we are united in saying that tackling the deficit is our first priority. Not because we relish cuts, far from it, but because without sound finances, none of our ambitious programme for change and renewal will be possible. All parts of government now have the challenge of a lifetime to find savings so we can stop mortgaging the future of our children with unsustainable debts. So let's be clear. Those spending proposals set out in our initial coalition agreement are our first priority for any new money. Fairer taxes, real terms increases for the NHS, restoring the earnings link in pensions, the pupil premium, meeting our commitments on international aid. Any other new spending proposals in this programme will be delivered only as and when resources allow. Money may be short, but that does not mean our ambition is small. We understand that there is so much more to government than simply spending money. There's so much we can change, so much we can achieve if we think differently, challenge assumptions, and for once, think about the what and the how of government, not just the how much. That is what this coalition government will do. 5 years from now, the Conservatives and Liberal Democrats will stand for election as separate parties. But we hope to share a platform of success. 5 years of radical reforming government, a stronger society, a sound economy, an accountable state, and power and responsibility in the hands of every citizen. This joint programme is the first step on that road. It's a road we look forward to travelling together. Thank you. And I'd now like to introduce and ask the Home Secretary, Theresa May.
Thank you. As the Deputy Prime Minister has said, our coalition is united behind three key principles, and the first of those is freedom. Conservatives and Liberal Democrats believe that a strong country needs strong citizens, free to make their own choices, not limited and hemmed in by state control. Now, this might sound like stating the obvious or be irrelevant. In a modern, open, democratic society such as Britain, we can take our liberty for granted. But if there is a lesson from our history, it is that freedom is never won. Each generation, those of us who believe in freedom, in human potential, in the idea that the strength of our society comes from the energy and industry and creativity of our people, must make the case for freedom and fight for it over and over again. And that is certainly true in our country today. Over the past decade, we have seen the balance of power tip dramatically away from the individual and towards the state. The argument for more state power is that it's necessary for our safety. But the irony is that much of this authoritarianism has been ineffective, failing to guarantee our security, even sometimes endangering it, while at the same time undermining our fundamental rights. So this coalition will be different. We will be hard-nosed defenders of our security and our freedoms. So yes, we will never compromise the security of our citizens, and we will do all that we can to protect them from every threat to their safety, be it terrorism or crime on their streets. But we will also restore civil liberties where they've been lost and protect them where they still exist. Abolishing ID cards, stopping the powers people have to enter your home, bringing in rigorous regulation of CCTV, outlawing the fingerprinting of children at school, removing the ludicrous offences that have been created in the past decade. A comprehensive programme of change to challenge overmighty authority. But rebalancing the relationship between the state and the individual means more than just limiting the powers of the state. It means giving more control to people. This is the most radical programme of decentralisation this country has ever seen. From Whitehall to the Town Hall, from the central to the local, from bureaucrats to patients, parents and pupils.